That's an improvement at least.
Well, it's a blue bottle, so you probably have to drink it here, but it's mostly for special occasions, and well, there's a possibility that's why my hair is this color, because when I was born I was
Morning,
blonde,
Professor.
as in most people in my family, but I've been drinking
How you feeling?
the grape juice since I was an infant, and then
Better.
the wine since I was a young adult,
I can
and
actually
over
move my
time my
fingers
hair
now.
tinted this color.
3 hours is enough.
Good.
Wait. When did you have your first
It is a little
Right.
tingly still, but
alcoholic drink?
it's better than nothing, right?
I think probably when I was 12,
Aye.
that's when I had my
Baker's
first
already over
glass
at
of wine
Greenhouse.
with my
Didn't
drink.
know if you were going to be waking up
Are you
anytime
saying that you
soon.
also drink at 12?
He didn't seem to make any
16.
ruckus when I walked in.
High five. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Hmm.
I don't remember how old, but I remember
That's quite alright.
I was at a nice fancy party and I asked my mother if I could have a sip of the martini that she got. It looks
Yes, because you want to feel like an adult
Hmm.
when people get their first
Oh,
drink.
I was just more
I'll walk you over.
She said, you know, just a sip.
Thank you, sir.
And I took way more than just a sip. But of course, when you're that small,
Everyone
you're
does.
exactly.
I like the night sky, but it's nice to finally see the sun again.
Hmm.
Oh.
As it is. Today we're going to be discussing missions.
Really?
Aye, the headmaster's on his way back with a few, I believe, from the allied forces. Mason's out cold, so is Jay. So is Corey.
Wow. Kari not get enough water?
No, I think she did. She's just trying to rest from all the excitement of Spirit Week.
I guess that's understandable.
63,000 crystals. Sorry, what? Well, looks like she finished already. I'll be your helping hand if you need it.
Hopefully I won't need any more helping hands. He's not for a while.
I've been meaning to ask you, do you want me to make you something?
What? What do you mean?
It sounds like the headmaster's in. Do you want me to make you a necklace of some kind that whenever loud sounds get too close to you, they won't harm you? They'll reverberate off. Either that or it gets absorbed. It's your choice.
I wouldn't want you to go to the
So that
trouble,
way you're not always injured.
especially with all that other stuff you've had to do lately. Besides, it's not even the loud sounds. Been around loud sounds before. Something about the pitch, I think. Sonic
Aye.
resonance, I think. At least I think that's what she mentioned.
Aye, but with a good trained enchantment stone engraved with a wind rune in it, it can repel it pretty easy. Or absorb it.
Wouldn't it be a better idea to give something like that to Kari, though?
I offered it to her, but she says she needs to get used to it. Something like this, though, this affects you on a more fragile basis than it does her. It's nothing fancy, it's just going to help you repel the sound frequencies more specifically. Or absorb them, whichever you so choose.
Other stuff you've had to do?
Hmm?
Well, all those crystals, right? You said...
Aye, there's 63,552 been made as of right now. There's more in process. I have some of me little saplings working on it while I'm here. Haven't slept for nearly 4 days just to make sure that they all get properly attuned with the proper spells. Only just reached, which school is it now? Illusions, I believe. Take it your mother's gone home.
I don't know. She went back to the hotel last night. Well, not really last night. Yesterday morning. She was exhausted. The two of us were pretty much here alone throughout, those 2 nights. So...
Overheard.
yeah. It's kind of scary, but Catherine was there the entire time. And she knew I couldn't move, so she stayed there with me and... well, in either case, she was exhausted.
Hmm?
Might still be tired.
Understandable.
I don't really know. That's all, sir.
Something on your mind?
Yeah, I guess. Just a lot of things. Thinking about missions, I guess.
Thinking about what kind of missions you'll be getting.
Yeah, yeah. What kind of missions will we be getting?
Don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is whatever it is that the proselyte forces can't deal with on their own, what we'll be getting.
Guess I'll look for Hannah.
Oh, she might be back with the other students. Or the library. Whichever. Your choice.
I'll go check the library.
Alright then.
Uh, really? Well, at least not too terribly high. Pull over. That is precarious. Okay. I will look for Hannah. Alright. Last place to check.
Be surprised if you are, but I mean, I don't know.
Come join us, Arbor.
I was
Arbor?
just looking for Hannah.
Oh, I don't know where she is. Sorry.
Uh, no Mason. No. Sorry. Gavin? Jay, more than likely. Or he's still sleeping in again.
And Zach wanted to talk to you. I don't know if you got the chance to. Okay, alright. Gotcha.
Morning, Arbor. Morning.
Morning. Good to
I'm,
getting there.
doing better.
Did you
Actually,
find Hannah?
no, I haven't seen her yet.
She She went off looking for you. We were going to start squad training and we were going to invite the both of you along.
Oh,
You wanted to.
sure. I guess, Irinarya's not getting out of bed again.
Doesn't appear so. But that doesn't mean that we can't train with you.
No, I, just been wanting to talk to her, that's all.
Right. No, I haven't seen her.
And we'll let you know when she gets back with us.
Thanks. I, just got back from the library. So, she's not there. And this tower of books again. We keep dismantling them.
Tower?
Yeah, just a tower of
Like what
books.
kind of tower? Jeez.
Yeah,
Why would anyone ever do that?
I don't know. It's getting kind of annoying though.
You sound guilty.
Me?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Usually you always try to deflect the blame on why would anyone do that whenever it's something that you did. Noticed. Did you stuff the books back up?
No.
Happened a couple of times.
Okay. Well, he said no, so
I mean, I believe him.
I'm gonna wait until you ask again, and he says, well, who would do that? And then I'm gonna ask him again if he didn't.
Alright. But, in any case, I'm gonna go keep looking for Hannah. I'll let her know that
If
you guys
want,
wanted to
you can
do.
come with us.
Sure.
If we come across her together, then you don't have to look for us anymore.
Sure. Is 4's better than 3, and
I guess
3's better than just 1, or 4 is.
I believe
Anyways.
she was looking for Vivina.
Oh,
I thought
tell her in the
you
bell
said the
tower.
pink one.
That not Vivina.
I would have thought the pink one would be you.
Could be Kari.
I mean, yeah, Kari's. But she's asleep still.
Kari, Esme. Yeah, I haven't
I
seen
think all
them,
that
but they
spirit
could be
weed
us.
stuff kinda took it out of her.
In the context that Professor Willow said the pink one is looking for her, I thought he meant Arbor.
I mean, it could either mean one of 4
True.
students. Myself, Vevena, Esme, or Kari. There's 4 of us,
Well, I'm
so
gonna say it was probably you. Maybe.
probably.
It can't hurt to just check.
I'm doubting myself now.
Well, in any case, why don't we get going? You're not gonna find her just standing around here.
No.
True.
Sorry. She's doing. Oh. Hi, Stark. Whoa. Careful.
Anyone else have a weird transport?
Very weird.
No, we just got here.
Yeah, I ended up in the
What
graveyard for some reason. I went through the blue portal and it took me to the graveyard. Anyway,
Weird. Maybe the spirits are still working.
Oh,
I guess she's not in here.
who are you looking
hey, who
for?
are we looking for?
Hannah?
She was looking for you.
Yeah, I know, and I'm looking for her. And finding people on this campus is difficult sometimes. I'll keep looking, I
Preach to
guess.
the choir.
Hey, Zachary.
Hey, Arbor.
See.
What are you doing, Professor? Never mind. Funny, Amber. Nothing? I don't think.
We're just gonna start going over the lives. I was gonna request some people to carry a weapon. Not that I'm necessarily going to carry a battle axe, but it's nice and heavy, so I figure
Strengths,
it'll
right.
count for more.
Go for it.
You guys are welcome to join us, like I said.
I don't know if I was quite up to it. I don't know. Are you?
Well,
You don't have to run.
I'd probably want to avoid putting any pressure on my wrist still, but it's
You
at
don't have
least
to run if you don't
functional.
want to.
I was able to
We'll
take care of
just
the
be in there
greenhouse
with
on my
us.
own.
Good.
But I gotta go.
See ya.
You guys can come.
I think I have full range of movement, too.
Well, if you don't want to run laps, you can watch or do whatever.
I'll run laps. I like running, remember?
Right.
Arbor. Ah, I see.
Yes.
No, she's a complete mystery to me.
Are you going to be joining us on our laps?
Sure.
Preferably, yeah.
All right.
Are you all ready?
Last one has to hug Vaughn.
No, no.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Okay, running safety class. Good.
Not a lot of people currently.
Forewarning, Popsicle and Knight over there had a bit of run-in with a couple of fairies. They got a bit of fairy dust sprayed on them, so if they jump at any point in time, take no offense
Now
to
look
it.
what you're doing. You're starring
They
up
had a
Alright.
bit of
because you
morning,
can't
if
okay?
you will.
I see. I guess the remnants of Spirit Week, perhaps.
You know.
Yes, and you weren't there with the other teachers at the time, but perhaps I'll mention it later. Alright, I wonder how many more.
Why are you holding an axe?
Does it seem about everyone that's open?
It's gonna be okay.
Most of my
And why is
Take a figure
also
of
carrying
deep breath.
around a wooden axe?
Don't.
Sir, it's for strength training, sir.
Alright.
Just wake
Perhaps
up.
it's something that I missed when I was gone. Alright.
See, fairies can't get us.
Well, this seems to be everyone. Alright.
No thanks. Next.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everything's been good since I've been gone. I heard a couple things went a little off the rails, but overall, I've also heard you had quite a good performance during the test during Spirit Week out at the cabin. Perhaps in the future we might have to also have some more lessons on, well, how to maybe handle yourselves around spirits more. Because we did hear that some students were not handling the stress too well, so we might have to make a list of those students and, well, perhaps have a class on dealing with such a thing, because during combat that might not be good. Also, when I was at the Cross-Allied Forces, I grabbed some missions and everything and have everything sorted out. So tomorrow we will be heading out on our first mission as an academy. All squads will be heading out to Asperia via vessel, similar to when we went to the beach, but this time we'll be heading the other direction towards the artificial island known as Asperia. Now, when we're there, we will be having a mission for 2 groups. So this will be Crystal Thorn and Vanguard will be acting as a unit. Vanguard will be acting as the bodyguards for Crystal Thorn. Crystal Thorn is to meet with the Queen of Asperia and discuss with her the receiving of the last keystone for this academy. I'm sure you've all noticed that the portal system has 1 black crystal this whole time, and this last one is going to be received from Asperia, unless the Queen does not see you as fit, so please be at your best behavior. As for the remaining squads, Hardened Vale and Ignis, you will be helping locate, or at least seek information from the townsfolk on the poaching problem that has been plaguing the area. Asperia's fishing market has suffered greatly from this as well, because every time they seem to catch fish, they seem to be, or whatever sea creature they catch, is missing parts because the poachers are throwing them back in after removing the important bits. So this has affected their system there. But other than that, there is no class today, but what I would like for you all to do is head out and maybe form into groups that are based on your ability and train and practice to get ready for tomorrow. But do not wear yourself out too much, because tomorrow you may need to fight, or at least deal with things. Who knows where your missions may lead you. But for now, you are dismissed for the rest of today, and please see to training and study if you need. You're dismissed.
Give you 4 choice. Train or study. Alright, Vanguard, fall in on Lee. Let's move.
Study or train.
Victor was right.
She's
Alright.
Oh, so.
Oh no, she's going to do it.
About the thing being a test. Wait, what is she doing? Oh, she was last, so she had to give him up. Oh.
Aw.
If anyone can do it, I think it's her.
Although. Oh.
I was told strength training, but I wasn't here, so for all I know, she's been ordered to do that.
I see. Yes. It's a good idea.
Should we coordinate with Ignis? Since we're going to be
You
coordinating
can
with them
just a
tomorrow?
moment.
That wouldn't
Pinky
be a bad
with
idea.
me for just a second.
I'll be with
yes, sir.
Ignis then.
Also, do you want to go find Ren? I think she just ran out.
Yeah, I gotta go do training somewhere.
All the way up here?
Oh, not all the way. Come here.
Yes, sir.
Relax. Your hair is standing up on end on this one side here, just a touch, if you catch my drift. When you go to raise your eyebrows.
I see.
Forewarning, just wanted to let you know, didn't know if you noticed it or not. For the time being, just go ahead and do what you can, like good training. Get familiarised with Ignis as best you can, the two of you. Right?
We're heading to the weapons arena when you're ready.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Well, you can head over there. If Silver wants you to, she can order you to go with them, and, well, because you're supposed to be together.
Right, hold up. Did I fuck up the model? Hair is raised. What is it? I'm confused. Does he mean the model or? Did anybody else, like, notice something odd? I don't know what he means. Am I, like, too loud, or? Oh. Stream's dying. What the hell? I don't understand what he meant. It seemed like he meant the model. I mean, it looks fine to me. I see. We can fix that real quick. Jesus, criminally. That's broken shape keys. Hello? Testing. Okay, so when I'm talking, but if I talk and do the thing. Alright. Grab. Here. Just show you guys what I'm doing in the meantime. Oh, there goes my controller. Alright. Also, has the stream been consistently dying? Alright, let's do this. The hair should be good, but we'll edit like... Let's see, shape. I can see the type. Shape, propagate. Alright, Bald Arbor. That's a thing. Very hard to do in VR, but hey, we're doing it. Shape, propagate. Now if we go back to our shape keys, that should be changing just fine. Not any issues. Thank goodness. Go ahead and re-export this into Blender. Good God. This is what I get for not testing things early. This has been okay for me with... It's been okay? Well, that's good. Occasionally it just dies, so it confuses me. Alright, now we have to wait for Unity to open. Which could be any time. Woo! Worst case scenario, it's either some prank or fairy magic. Come on, Unity! Alright, grab some hydration here while we wait. Wait, what does that say? Oh, it's importing the model. Or re-importing the model more accurately. Oh boy. Being cute, it always takes work. Yeah, it kinda does. Alright, there's the model. Alright, it's gonna take a minute here to build, and then we'll upload, and then we should be good. Let's go ahead and we'll swap to something invisible. Alright, here she comes. Itchy head. You have to wait for it to go into play mode. Alright, we'll give this a second to upload. I apologize if my stream gets laggy for a moment. Alright, and there we go. Now we can close that. Okay, I think it's fixed.
Hello, Arbor.
Hello, sir.
Roger about your weapon.
We're training for the day, and
Unfortunately, while most of your squadmates are not here, we have already designated where they'd be best suited.
and you will be suited on the second line as a flanker, or support of the front line, if that sounds good to you.
I guess.
We'll talk more on that.
Come on.
I see.
It wouldn't hurt to actually make a word for that, actually.
Very well.
Victor,
Victor, where do you find yourself more comfortable?
Do you mind if I...
Support a front line or flanking?
There's no live after that.
Supporting front line, not on.
No, I don't mind at all, but I'm gonna have to fashion myself in an odd way real quick.
And alive after that?
Flanking. He bled out.
I thought so as well. You're fast. And I imagine you move quietly as well. You'd be good with flanking. And a sword
I
is
don't want to
quite
use that
deadly.
much.
A dagger may be deadly to
Something
someone
I
who's not
wanna
paying attention to,
try.
but a sword is even deadlier.
No.
But that's bigger.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
kind
be
of hurt.
careful. But I'm sure you'll handle it just fine. You're
I
not
wonder, could I
exactly
use my
unseasoned
sword
and
to
far from
slap
aware.
your back and just kind of slash
No.
Probably not that effective,
Good.
though. I'd be better off healing.
So, Arbor, let me
Probably.
explain.
There is a way that you can
So
do
flanking,
that. I know
we're
there's
going
a
to
way,
use those with weaponry and
can make
good
that work.
movement
I'll just have
to
to
be
tell
able to
you
get
after
behind an
you-
enemy.
everyone
However,
goes to sleep. Wink,
I don't
wink.
know how you are movement, so would you prefer to be able to protect those
The
who are
You know,
defending
right?
you?
I
Say someone
can
slips
do
past their
deep
line.
drive-by heals.
Would you be able to handle such
Well,
a
for the
task?
easier
I
looking
mean, that would
cases,
normally
worst
be
cases,
something I think we
you'll
wanted
probably have
to
do a
assign to
diploma.
Mason and Gavin.
Me or Vivian?
Mason and Gavin are front line. They are defending and
curious.
attacking. We
Oh.
need someone who's attacking
We'll
to
keep that in
defend
mind.
the flank
I
of
don't
our
think
own
we'll
men.
imagine we'll need something like
Here.
that, but we'll keep that in mind.
The ultimate
They
trap.
run
to you. Yeah, they run to you.
I'm not exactly sure, sir. I've never
Get 'em into the sand.
dealt with
If
stuff
it
like
works
this.
Something like the guns. Maybe we could use.
Have you never fought, for real?
Are you?
Uh,
Do you want to test it now?
I mean, yeah, but it was
No, I
a
mean
bit
the
different.
past.
Have you never fought in formation?
Wait,
No,
I
sir.
healed you, right, Viv, or no?
Especially since
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully it won't result to violence, but for the time
Good,
being,
just
all
wanted
you
to make
must
sure
know
everyone got used to the
is that if someone slips
physical
past,
battle.
anyone we have on front
Oh, it's
line,
nothing
what I
compared
want
to
you to
using
do
poking and prodding.
is protect their backs and see if you can't stop those from getting to the support line. Now, I'm not saying we're going to be on a full scale like that in the future, but say we are, people draw weapons on us. Gavin and Mason will get to the front immediately. Chips, Vector, and Chips and Vector will probably get behind the enemy if they can, try to flank. Well, I will probably have you and who else is in Unveil? Who am I forgetting?
Jay,
Six of
Only
you.
do that when
Hannah,
Jay, you
Kari.
and Jay.
When we're gone.
You and Jay
Maybe
will
when we're out in the machine,
control
we
the
can
flank
test
of our men,
it.
our frontline men.
Here.
Make sense? All you do is defend them from harm if should someone try to flank us. We have someone protect.
Thanks, Viv.
Vivina will be protecting the
Whenever
flank
we
of
should
our
try.
healers and supports and mages
I'll
whatnot,
train that
while
kid
you
like that
protect the
sometime.
behind of our frontline defenders.
Totally.
Simple enough?
I think we'll work out really well.
I promise it will be a lot
Small and
easier when
tiny.
we get
I
to
should
it.
in my
say
But
opinion,
pretty
she's fast, like
aerodynamic.
in Chips. She also wields a sword.
In theory, I
You're
can.
fast.
The flank.
I thought she was slower.
Honestly,
Are you faster than you look?
You know,
I swear,
we
it's
haven't
something
been to
in the
either
running.
lines.
Trust me, she's incredibly
Yeah.
fast.
Oh,
And
Uh,
she's fragile.
I'm not entirely sure if Rex is going to be coming over now.
Yeah, she is
'cause
not
he's-
staying in the front.
But
So-
if Rex comes over
Chips
I
and
need
can
to
look after
looking
her.
to train, treat him like he's one of the other
well,
squads.
that's the unfortunate
Alright.
part. One
Uh,
man to defend two men
sure.
will prove more problems. We need
I'll be
someone
just
with
Help
Jay.
him out wherever he needs it. Alright?
Move chips
Yeah,
back.
Yes,
she's.
sir.
Well, sir, the way our formation works, we have 2 frontliners, 2 flankers, and then 2 backline. And we can
Yes.
interrogate everyone
The
else.
backline has multiple tasks at the moment. Ranging, and then we have the problem of who's protecting our front line should someone try to flank them. We have people to support the backline, but we need someone to truly protect the front line, because that magic may be a little bit volatile to use. You think you could handle
I
it?
won't be able to.
But then who's gonna protect
I won't
who's
be able-
protecting the front line? It's gotta end somewhere. You gotta
Oh, I
have
won't
those
Well,
be
people
backline
hands
will
on
do.
the edge.
Are you talking about
Not only that,
including
that's what I'm
creatures in this?
To do.
Of course
let's
not,
see if
sir.
there's any magical attacks.
I don't think so.
I can most likely stop them.
He said that
Good.
teachers aren't supposed to, or they aren't, or he isn't supposed to get involved.
If things get out of hand, we get involved, but we need to hope that you can handle things through orders. Of course, we'll be there, but I'm not saying it'll get to that. We're only dealing with finding the information approach. I'm saying if conflict happens, we must be ready.
Right.
Right.
So, you want my advice?
Mm.
You either have Mason or the Jolly Green Giant, one of them two up in the front and one in the back. And then you have Corey in the center as well as you. And then you either have Pinky next to Mason or Jolly Green Giant. And then Jay in the back with either Jolly Green Giant or Mason, whichever you two you want. Preferably I'd have Mason in front.
Yeah.
And then
Alright,
Jolly
so
Green
it's
Giant
actually-
in the back.
Really? I thought that wasn't Gavin the Berserker. Wouldn't he be better suited in the front line?
No. I think he means if there's two lines. So if we're cornered and we have like our back to a wall, the first dimension I suggested would be fine. But if we have two like opening the backs, it makes sense that we want to cover both our sides. So both sides would kind of be our front. So it makes sense that we'd have the big
Here's
the
the
big
problem with
tower
that,
boys
Willow.
on either side.
I'm kind of confused.
The issue is,
Hmm.
those two have shields and
I agree.
weapons, right? That's why they go on the front line. Now the problem is that should we shift somebody with the front line, one person alone will not be enough to hold back multiple men.
We face a battalion.
Right, that's why you have one of the other quicker ones with a short sword next to them.
Indeed.
They can
but how are they
deflect with
going
the
to-
shield, and then the other can come around from the sides. Either way, and then on top of that, you got the two with the two long. You got Kari with her trident and Beater with her whip. For
I also have my.
range.
I'll also be
Alright,
allowed
well,
my
here's what
weapon.
we'll
I believe
do.
my firearm.
We put those two on the front, should we only have a forward strike? But if we start to expect a little more from behind, then we'll have to move the shifting to what you believe is correct. Have a double-sided protection. Situational, and it'll work.
You
either
okay?
way.
Too many groups, or maybe. Or just
Oh, I thought you were being attacked or something.
I recommended we have her there. If we do have those drawing weapons on us, perhaps she can whip them up before they can get close, so we can capture us some hooch.
The only problem is we need to
I
make
was
sure that
simply saying for my squad, I didn't know if you
we
want
do
to
split up,
intermingle
they'll
yours
see
with
that
mine as
those
well.
three
I didn't-
are
We will.
equipped with
Besides, it's better off.
Right, then I have absolutely next to no idea what the rest of Ignis is capable.
How good are you at aiming with that?
Your positions with your people are fine. We
you're
positioned
so
ours
you on
intertwined.
purpose or on
So what we'll
accident,
do-
Perfectly fine.
you're okay.
So we had flanking
I was
flanking,
about to propose something.
with Arbor
hypothetically, let's say
and
something
Victor
happens, just
because
that
they're both very
separated
fast and
them
quick with
or
their blades.
split up.
Chips
I don't know.
and Jay protecting the front line defenders in case they have someone trying to flank them, and support protect the backs of those. And that will go full circle with support having a flank as well. Now Rook would be helping defend by having his magical absorption,
I mean, that's okay. I'm just
and then using his absorption to
silent mind.
return
my
the sender
training for
in a
that.
sort of way, an artillery sort of standpoint of returning fire.
I mean, I've never really read
And that's
anything
pretty much
but, like,
it.
ponies
Now,
that pony ride.
Esme, what does Esme do?
Want to give it a try?
Absolutely
She like-
nothing. Leave her
She
out of the
looks
fight.
in.
I guess.
Morale
She looked
booster.
into my
then.
mind once, I think. I don't know. She does mental things, and I don't know about mobility. Can she turn? You know, the classic spirits. and all
Corporeal.
that. Yeah, I mean, corporeal.
Ash?
She'll be a
Yeah, who
fantastic
knows?
cheerleader.
It's different than pony.
And you, what are you using, Specs?
He's going
Ah,
to be a support.
You
Back
really want
line.
to get used to normal movement.
yeah, but this is just for absolute emergencies.
I'm going real slow.
This is all just
Fair
in
enough.
case of sort of deal. Because we don't know if they'll
I
actually
was-
put up a fight or find conflict in the first place.
What I was going to suggest was given three scenarios: open area, narrow area, corner.
Saddle.
open area,
This definitely
I
isn't a
would
saddle.
suggest that we
Should I
have
get a saddle?
the way that I put it before, which was one shield in front, one shield in back, one person in front next to them, one person next to them in back. In the narrow area, what I would do then is I'd put 2 shields in front, Rook behind them, support a little further back, and then have both Cory and Beaker behind Rook, and then every support behind that, with at least someone defending in the back as well, just in case.
Alright. Well, we'll
and then
better
for the
formate.
corner, it's just spitballing at this point.
I know. We won't know until we get there. I haven't been to the city in a while. It's quite changed. I don't know those corridors too well. But we got this.
And then
We'll figure it
for
out.
corners, I'd say just have all shields in front, and then for the most part, everyone else that can have a similar long range or at least a reach of some form behind them. Sort of like what were them fellas' names?
Centurion?
I believe so, something like that.
Talking about the
They had spearmen. They had spearmen.
The iron, what was it called?
Iron Phalanx, I believe it was called.
There we are, that one.
The shields guarding top and front and sides, and had spears on every side.
Right.
Makes sense to me.
And then easily with the cover, you could have with the quick ones, Victor with his being able to poof in and out of wherever he wants, and then Arbor can simply zip out of there while Cory and Hannah strike with just random blows in certain places to distract them.
Now, if you'll wait, where are the others?
I don't know where those two ran off.
Magical spider ride.
Can you bring them back, please?
Very well.
For someone. I want to make it clear to everybody. What's going to happen is if things were to break and the line is broken, me and Willow will step in.
Right.
Or whichever one of us is there. I will absolutely be there. If you cannot be, I will handle it myself if need be.
No, I'll be there. It's just timing wise, I'll probably need to break away from work as quick as I can.
Very well. We'll step in.
I'll try to set a mana stone nearby so I don't drain myself.
I cannot guarantee no one will get injured, but I can guarantee no one will die or get fatally wounded or any of the sort. Wouldn't dare let that happen. So Rook, Anna, and Vivino, as I was on the other three, if things were to go out of hand and line is broken, I assure you, me and Willow will step in to assist. I will not let anything bad happen for sure. Just want you to know that as surety, but I want you to treat the situation as if we are not there, if that makes sense. Alright, good. Now, what studying do you think would be necessary for this, if any?
Perhaps first aid.
I think first aid would be necessary, maybe?
No, not entirely, because if they're doing information gathering, it's mostly just going to be people skills. So what they might want to do is just set up scenarios amongst themselves and just get to know one another. That way they can work in tandem with each other in order to be able to extract information. Simple as that.
Yes, if there's one thing I know for a fact is that getting information from somebody is not as simple as it may seem. You need to talk to them, understand them, and know how maybe your normal personality may conflict with theirs. Maybe mend yourself a little differently to suit them.
No offense, Victor, but
Pretty good.
empathy and sympathy don't seem well within your purview.
Rapier, so.
I don't think you should do any of
That
the
was
talking.
nice.
Unless they're,
I've gained information
stone
by
cold,
asking.
I should say.
And please refrain from charming people.
Yes.
Not entirely going to be necessary. Now, I must say,
Who do you think amongst you should do the talking? Should the time come?
Can I ask a very important question?
You may.
What race is this place predominantly occupied by?
Humans.
Then probably Hannah.
No, probably you.
I don't know about that.
Oh, they might look at me and be like,
right,
"Whoa."
Not while you're in that form.
No, I mean even as the other one.
I was
Like
going to
fangs
say,
and eyes.
if you're welding, either it would be Hannah, Rook, or
Not Rook.
Mason. Not
I
Rook.
don't think Rook would be suitable for that. He's for getting
Right.
information? No.
You'd be surprised on how many people will give information to someone that's actually really nice. Second
That's
might be
not
good
the
too,
point.
What
but
he is.
He's a construct.
I guess that's true. That might be
I
afraid
don't
of
think
you.
we're dealing with very nice people if we have to go on a mission for it.
If they know something about
well-
poachers, they're not going to be friendly.
Our mouth will
And
be
if they
stuck
are-
or chips.
Yeah, right. No way.
I don't think Chips would be a good lead.
Actually, Chips would be.
I don't have
Maybe.
I don't speak with enough authority.
Hey, the
It's
mate
possible.
does have. The boy does have a bit of a silver tongue when it comes to things, but that's about it.
Yes. Hey. That's probably all you may think of it.
Right.
He definitely does have that about him.
In case scenario, if we're dealing with somebody who we know might not be easy-lipped to give away what information we're looking for, we can send in the forked tongue. If it's somebody that's an individual that you can gauge is kind in nature and wishes for this kind of thing to end, I'd vote to send in Mason. He's a bit of a I want to
Mason.
help people type. I
Well, the possibility is that the person that may have the information may be somebody who dislikes them, or maybe wants a way to get rid of them. That's always a possibility, but never allude to the fact of what you're trying to get out of them. Only work around it, maybe. Say, how you normally take a hidden path to get to the same place. Take a
Precisely.
path that you wouldn't expect would get there, but you know for a fact may just get you there in fact. And you will get the information you need. I've done this for hundreds of years, and it's never easy, but I think you'll all be able to do it just fine. Just be careful. Make sure you ask a couple questions of the person, get a read on their personality, and then work from there. Yes, Becca.
Well, worst comes to worst. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna be devil's advocate here. The worst comes to worst, they're not talking, they're, I don't know, frenzied, out of control, Are we given permission to kill them in only the worst circumstances, or
No,
must they...
no.
no,
What? Why would
no,
no?
you wouldn't resort to that. First of all, if they're gonna go frenzied on you, I'd immediately back off and take a defensive stance, and then let
I'll
the
handle
proper
it.
authorities within the city will perhaps be around. If not, then Vaughn and I will step in and
Thieves and
Yes.
poachers are known to use poison. It's better to kill them if they attack.
Sir,
I can
What
take
kind
it.
of-
I'll step in.
You can, but...
What?
what kind of
I
people
will
are
step
these
in.
then we're
I will-
interviewing? We're interviewing the townspeople, yes? Is it in the city of Asperia, or is it in like a farm town, or that depends on a lot of things. If you're speaking from a city, they're going to be a bit more tight-lipped, but if they're from a town, they might be tight-lipped, but also generally,
it
Go on.
Everyone
depends
can be
really.
swayed by something. Everyone has something that could sway them.
I know,
Be
but
words, be coin, be many things. Sometimes promises.
that's not what I'm asking. Are we
All right,
doing it in the
well,
city of Asperia, or are we doing it somewhere else?
Asperia, as far as I'm aware.
Okay,
Yes,
that
should be.
changes
While we're
things.
talking, it could take us from there. Keep that in mind. That's why it's situational with everything we're going to train you for.
Of course, sir.
Now, let me think. Like they were suggesting.
What kind of
If they
town
do
is this
get-
area?
One moment. If they do get violent,
We're not there to kill people, and we do not have execute authority. So, me or Willow will detain them. If I believe he or she is using some sort of poison, some sort of venomous item, I will step in, seeing as I cannot be harmed by such a thing. Otherwise, we'll see. But, so Rook.
Yes.
Asperia is a precarious place. There are all kinds of people there. However, a majority of them are people who will, I believe, think themselves better than you, typically. In some shape or form.
That's not the question I asked. What kind of it? Is it a trading city? Is it what kind of culture is it?
Well, I think you could say a couple things about it. A lot of trading goes on there, for sure. People with a lot of money tend to be in Asperia. And Asperia, well, would be the perfect place for a market of some sort. I bet there will be smiths, appraisers, traders. Yes.
Asperia is where the constructs came from, right? The other ones from before.
Right.
That was Concordia.
So.
No.
Oh,
Yes,
is that
was
Concordia? Never mind.
I get them mixed up. The at the end. I think it'd be more creative.
Right.
I do
So
not
for
think
now,
we'll see those, like,
treat it as a boots on the ground scenario. You won't know until you get there. You're going to need to learn how to adapt rather quickly.
That's how the world is. Adaptability and whatnot.
If anything, what I'll do is, if I find that this mission happens to be going quite rough, what I'll do is I'll see if I can ask the headmaster for a bit of a private day with two of our squads. If they ever end up working together again, and I'll set it up so that my grove will adapt and essentially try to run them through some sort of a maze.
I see. Headmaster may even offer to do it himself. He has that sort of magic. He whipped up a maze with a flick of the wrist. Any questions? Very well. So, let me give you a quick run through. So, went over the combat. Your mission as a whole, getting information from, could be anybody you think may be tied to, just maybe somebody you wouldn't think would know something. And how you go about this. Who you send in to do the talking, depending on the person. Now, I do not want to see any drastic turns. No threatening. No beating someone's senses for the information. No bribery. We need to do this without using currency. Though money does loosen the tongue quite a bit, we need to be able to do that without that. All in all, I think we'll be able to handle this just fine. I have faith in both Ignis and Unveil. Both of you have excelled and showed great promise. I look forward to seeing you in the field.
Alright.
I think that may be it for now. Unless you have something else, Willow.
Oh, that's about it.
Do consider a lot of what I've told you today, and Willow as well. Think on it. We have a big day tomorrow. We head off to Asperia. And
yes, sir.
Be prepared for anything.
Yes, sir.
Alright. On that note, eat well, get your rest. Try not to study too hard.
You don't got it, Ignis. You're dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're dismissed as well. I'll be sure to inform Kari and Mason tomorrow when I wake up.
Right. I'll stay here if that's alright and practice more.
That's fine if that's what you want to do. You as well if you want to stay and practice a little bit. I know your hand is still coming back in.
Yeah, I've got to be careful.
What about your eye? How's it doing? Almost there.
It's all tingly.
Right.
Still can't see.
Do you think
well.
you'll be able to wear an eye patch tomorrow?
Maybe.
Alright, you still have the old one?
Yes, sir.
Alright then, give it some thought. If you can, do so. If not, don't worry about it.
Yes, sir.
Alright.
So, Team Ignis, what you guys wanted to do now?
Not sure. We'll be fine, Arbor.
I hope so.
This will be a piece of cake.
Oh, I'm so excited for tomorrow. Finally, we get out of the school.
I don't know what you're talking about, Vina. Everyone talks to you.
Everyone talks to me here, where everyone's expected to work together. And it was a little bit different at the beginning of the year. A little.
Can't you just look like a normal human?
I can look as close to as normal as I can, but they're gonna see the fangs, the eyes, and they'll know something's up. I'm good when I have longer, well, when I can have longer time with people. I can properly build people up to it, then it's all good, but when it comes to quick instant stuff, it's much better to just go with something as close to their kin as possible.
Sure.
You doubt yourself a little bit too much.
I don't doubt myself. I just know how people react to you. Maybe you doubt, or you don't see how people react to you, but everyone else does.
I found information more than the teachers had.
What was that?
So I asked Rex, since he is
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Hello. I finished with the other squad.
hi,
They
Rex.
just ended.
So, the better understanding, the place where we're going is actually very magically inclined.
They may be fascinated by you then, if you're a construct.
Also, it's a melting pot of cultures. So you might be.
Did the constructs not visit to collect the Tumen crystals yet?
Yeah, that was wrong information on my part.
So they thought it was Concordia?
Yeah,
So
they
there
already
are
did.
constructs in there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, those are from Asperia.
I thought so. Teachers don't know what they're talking about.
That's why I asked.
Thanks, Rick.
Also, the poaching. Did anyone recall what it was? It was something about fishing, correct?
Yes, fish.
I don't know much about that one. I don't know what I got here, and apparently it's a local thing.
They didn't specify what exactly they were poaching or why.
They were just taking out the important part and sticking whatever else in the river again.
Well, if it was poaching in the desert, for example, they would shoot a rhinoceros, take its horn, and then leave it to die. So it's probably doing the same thing with fish or of different types, I'd imagine.
Probably with teeth, or maybe they're fat.
Or fins.
There's types of fins and other things or shells if it was like Seymour, for example, perhaps.
So when we go there, we should collect information, but not by maybe having one team either go by the fish report, asking if they see anything suspicious, and then traders to sell exotic items, because Rex had said here that it is a trading town where a lot of exotic things come and go. And a lot of
it's an artificial island, so most people don't actually live on the island, so they travel in every day.
Yes.
What do you think will be more inclusive to you? The docks or the merchants? Actually, we should probably go to the merchants. They probably are more home buddies.
You should go to the
docks.
merchants.
Yeah.
The docks, you can find out which people are importing what, but then the merchants.
Well, there's always the tavern too when you get there.
That's true.
Be careful though. Pirates might want to take him.
Wait, quite a few of us are kind of exotic, so he's not the only one. Like Arbor, for instance. You're a little gem.
They're not getting her.
Oh no, I know. But I'm just, putting it out there.
Yeah,
Actually, we might be able to use that.
And Rook.
I think
If
we'll be
a
fine,
merchant sees,
'cause
sorry. Let me explain.
what's
If a
their
merchant
social
sees you and
status?
knows
Are they
sees what
poor?
you are, maybe you might be able to get
They're one of the
information
main
that way.
benefactors to the store,
Not
I believe. So I'm hoping
just
that
for what happened, but what
Vanguard and
you
Crystal
are.
Thorn do a good job talking
If
to the
anyone
Queen, or
knows
else
it's
we
merchants
might
that have
lose
seen a
of
lot of
money
stuff.
here.
I
Very
guess,
You
yeah.
won't actually be used as a bargaining chip, though, just to clarify.
I'd like to inform you.
No, we are not using her as a bargaining chip.
I'd like to inform you that the
Yeah,
place that
I
we're going
don't-
to is
I
actually a
don't
main
know.
benefactor, a very wealthy island. So we might not be
Then we need to
able.
be on our best behavior.
Exactly.
Sadly,
things
it's
over the
the
skull.
people that are going to be the ones talking to the Queen will be Crystal Thorn and Vanguard, because they tend to hire people. Yeah, Vanguard and Crystal Thorn. Vanguard's usually the bodyguard, and Crystal Thorn talks to the diplomats.
Okay. No. Crystal Thorn. Okay, I need to tell him to not let them talk.
Several offensives in the span of 1 hour. Who else?
I was in Ignis, so I never got to talk to the Queen, so I'm not really sure the formalities.
Tell me now.
I don't know. Either way, it is good for us to set a good first impression. Even if we're not meeting with the Queen herself. We cause a bunch of trouble.
Well, they usually
Next time we
hire
show
guards
up.
from Vanguard and/or diplomats from Crystal Thorn after people graduate, so that's why they want to meet them first, I believe.
Oh.
But that's like execution.
They send
but
Vanguard
that?
and Crystal Thorn because they are bad at it. It is a test.
Anything of note that a popular spot of I know you've been to Asperia before.
Bev,
Any
are
popular
you
spot that fishermen like to go to? Maybe a tavern or
Well, yeah, the tavern is a main place where a lot of people go. Other than food stalls, that's really the only other place to get food. But there's also the fountain in the very center of the city. It's quite beautiful.
Very well.
Become an outlaw.
I guess I'll look forward to seeing that.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What else?
I can't afford that.
I'm trying to find as many information about the city before we go.
I'm sure this is
And sometimes it's almost best to just absorb it when you get there, but I can try to answer more questions if you'd like. That I
Is
know
there
of
any
at
case
least.
of robbery? Is there any case of robberies or gang activity?
I always laugh.
Well, as with all cities, I'm sure there's
Young, whiny little tart.
some situations like a homeless or two, but obviously because it's a artificial island that most people commute to, it actually helps to get rid of that. So most of the issues would come from drunks from the tavern that are coming in and out, like Bargus, for example. He's been in many of fights there. I don't know. Is he still allowed? Wait, is he still banned from? I'm not sure.
He's still here. But is he banned?
But he might be banned from going to Asperia because of the tavern. He twisted someone's dick or something at a bar and twisted too hard with his metal hand. So he's not allowed back.
Thanks. Thank you. We
Thanks.
all appreciate the information you've given us.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Information is very important. That's what keeps you alive here. So I'm glad you're asking.
Well, I was sent here to gather information, so.
You're doing a good job.
Security's pretty good there too. The constructs just pace around the city silently. They're very mute. They don't talk.
Huh.
They'll
Like that
point
other
if you
one we
ask it
met.
instructions on directions, but that's about it.
Thank you. So Hannah,
Has she come back to warn them from warning them?
Yeah,
we
starts
learned-
to be doing
we
most of the
learned-
talking.
we learned that there's very little. Well, even though it's a city, there might be some gang activity or bad places. But since it's an artificial, hold on. But since he said that it's an artificial city, they most likely clean that stuff up on a very rapid case. So the most problems you'll most likely get are drunks.
to know.
Hmm.
And I
Well,
don't think
we're
we'll have
already
much accurate information either, unless.
pretty well experienced with dealing with those.
Hmm. Well, I do. I mean, you guys, this school does seem to order a lot of my family's wine. Is there a bunch of alcoholics here this year?
Yes.
You both are
What?
drunkards. Just
No,
admit it.
we're not.
Yeah.
Alcohol enthusiasts.
She was high-fiving me this
Actually,
morning
wait.
because she also had her first drink at
I
12.
completely forgot. They have a bar in there. You guys have a bar in your.
Alcohol enthusiasts. I thought you had my back, my fellow alcohol
What do you mean?
enthusiast.
I'm the
I
one
do
who
have your
pointed
back.
you out.
Oh, good. See, alcohol enthusiasts.
I got it for the socializing aspect, to be honest.
Exactly. It's a very good social
Well, everyone
lubricant.
wants to hang out and
Very
It
well.
is. It really
I know
is.
Esme
Nine,
and
A lot of
Chips
people
In
is
fact,
there.
in terms of getting information, if you ever buy someone a drink, it might loosen their tongue.
Chips
Keep that in
Comes
mind.
Barthol.
This one here
Exactly, that's
should
what
not
I
be
was
by the
thinking.
bar.
Yeah, just don't do it in your romantic life because that's not a good idea long term.
Hey, Berthel.
Hey, Barthol.
The best
Yep.
option for
What's
them
going on over
is
here?
the fisherman.
We're
or
planning, talking, getting
mountain.
information. You know,
What are you, buddy?
getting ready.
Which team are you going with?
You don't think they were
I'm
serious
not
about
sure. Right
using
now,
me
it
as a...
seems that the lower numbers are being represented with the
Sorry?
group, so I'd probably
You don't
be
think
with
they were
them.
serious about
So I guess I get to see the queen.
using
this
me
year.
as some sort of
Not what
bargaining
Lila
chip?
and Ren are doing.
I didn't get to see him last time.
No, you're
because
fine.
Ignis doesn't talk
Stark
to
was in
her
the cemetery,
first round, at least.
and we're not using you as a
If other
bargaining chip.
missions
We
involve
just.
them, we might. Or you
Although
might, I guess. You
they
might
might be
really
interested in
take
you,
it
but
anymore.
what I'm more interested in is if they do know what you
Oh,
are.
actually, she's mute,
If
so she can't
anything,
talk.
they might be able to ask questions you want to ask about what you are, right?
Yeah, but that's
most
not
of the
what we're there
talking
for.
is they have
I already know
servant
what
who's
I
an
am.
asshole.
These
Wait, actually, no.
physically.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
I
Maybe
thought
it's
you said you
different
wanted
now.
both. I thought you said you wanted to learn more about what you are.
Sorry.
Anyway, I'll
But
go
if you
around.
don't,
I
that's
mean,
fine.
there are some questions I still have, but
Lana's right there, Barthol.
nothing some merchant's gonna know.
It's like, oh, Her Majesty, the queen.
Last time I dealt with
Never know until you
merchants,
ask.
You know, with respect and all that stuff, or who do you think
didn't
you're
exactly
talking
go
to
well.
with that kind of thing? So,
Never know until you ask. You'd be
but
surprised the
you just have
information
to
that
do what
people
you
can
gotta
hold.
do. You know, you just bow and you be
Sometimes
respectful
these
even if you don't mean
expect
it. Makes the
Asperia
road go
is
round.
one of our
well,
big
unless
benefits
someone's
for the
met another
school.
gemstone like me.
Definitely. He just looks so
So,
funny.
so if someone needs to know something, do they just tell Rook and he tells everyone? Pretty much.
Hi, Stark.
What?
Hey,
Are
Stark.
you like the you're like
Wait, Stark. Berthel
the
was looking
bulletin
for
board,
you.
but mobile. You just put the
Stark.
you
Berthel
take
was
it everywhere.
looking for you. He
I
just
see-
went to the cemetery.
Whoa, what?
If I just
She
pass,
needs to-
if I know information
Wait, what?
that might be
He just passed him.
I didn't say
contradicting to
anything.
either my teammates
He
or
said he was
towards the
looking for
mission, I'm not going to say things.
Yeah.
Oh,
What-
so
she
how are
needs
you
Maybe
deciding
he's-
that without some sort of
That's-
outside
oh,
force
oh,
deciding it
okay.
for you?
I'll catch you guys later.
I either keep it as classified if they
Hi,
say it's
Specca.
classified, or on my own judgment.
Yes, girlfriend.
Oh wow, they must have really worked hard on you for you to be
Stark,
able to
you
have your
said
own judgment.
Ash was looking for specs?
It's more so what's
Spirits.
recommended.
I see.
This is a magically
Still, it's
inclined
very
city.
interesting that they have
Be
a
careful.
construct at the academy this year.
Both you and Rook.
Yeah.
A lot of wizards are greedy.
Because I know Asperia, they started talking recently, but they're really hard. You can't really have a conversation.
No,
But I'm
Johnny.
actually able
Watch
to have
out
a
for-
conversation with you, which is quite
You
interesting.
also gotta watch out for Kari if they're looking for fish, or poachers are looking for fish. I know she isn't one, but who knows what they'll do. People are greedy.
I looked at Kari before.
Training.
Not to be rude, she doesn't really have any meat in her fence.
After I finish up off, are you ready?
Doesn't matter. Sometimes
It does, I don't know if it has to do
other
with
things
that.
are used for alchemic reagents, just like spider legs, or sorry, bone meal and other kind of components. They're not
But
necessarily
who knows?
good, but
It might be primary human over there. But like I said, like Rex said, it is a melting pot of cultures. So we might even see fish people
No.
there.
No. What I'm saying is, I'm worried that if the poachers are looking for or taking bits of fishes and tossing them in the ocean, if they'll find her as a prize because she's Mer.
Perhaps keep her in
And
your
that's
sights
just a
then.
worry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure we'll be fine during the day, but at night we would most likely want to have guard on duty. if
Yeah,
we stay
well-
there overnight.
Yeah, we'll keep watches.
They usually do. They stay at the tavern. There's a lot of beds. Unless Crystal Thorn and Vanguard impress them so
couldn't
much
we
that
just
they
lock
get
the
their
door
keystone
and
and we just walk away.
I mean, we can just schedule watches again or cycle through watches as we did before. Easy peasy.
It looks like when it's up
Oh, I don't sleep, so.
That's
yeah,
true.
Rook will be fine.
And Arbor doesn't sleep really either, so.
I mean, sorta. Well, I don't. So hard to explain.
It's most likely you get out of energy at night.
Yeah. I don't know.
But this one has 6 instead of 8. The question is, which one should we appreciate? Whoa! Oh boy!
I don't know why that happened.
But
I felt something underneath me and I jumped.
let me know.
That
Let me know if you need
okay,
anything,
well.
Arbor.
Did you get spooked by a spider?
Thanks, Rook.
If you need me to be, I know that we're working together as a squad. I don't know how we're going to divvy up roles on what, but even though the teachers voted against me being the talking, I'm going to talk regardless because from their own base knowledge, I don't think they know much what they're doing.
Well, yeah, my first day here, I had a teacher ask me to fight something for him already, so it was quite confusing. The crawlers in the cave, yeah. He said he couldn't use magic in the cave or else it would cave in, and that doesn't... he should know. He should teach himself magic on a smaller scale. That's...
Yeah.
I mean...
That's kind of...
Sadly,
weird.
I don't know how to use magic on a small scale, but maybe one day I will.
I don't know. Maybe he was
Yeah,
just
because
trying
it's
to
useful. If
come
you're
up with
in
an
a cave,
excuse
then
to
what are you
see what
supposed
you
to do?
can do.
I thought of that as well. He might have been testing me because I was new, and he was already saying I should join Vanguard, which doesn't work like that, but still. In fact, pretty much everyone in Vanguard has asked me to join, which, again, it doesn't work like that. So they've all approached me already, like, within 5 minutes.
That's
Oh, hello there.
kind of weird. Their squad's already got 6 people.
Hopefully the ground... how much have you burrowed in here? I hope it doesn't mess our footing up and we fall in a little cave or something.
Oh, no, it doesn't work like that. I just shift the soft substrate around. I can't tunnel.
Oh, okay. So once you come out, it just fills back in. Got you. I just wanted to make sure we weren't, well, standing on a pit of
it's
sorts.
Like...
Could you make sand pits for traps if we needed, though? If something like that would ever need to be. All right, that's good to know.
Or at least a hole of some sort, I guess. But...
In fact, wait. So technically, could you also cover the bottom of the pit with web, and then it would be a sticky pit? Interesting. That'd be quite a theory. Sorry, I was just thinking about in case we were on a mission, because I don't want to see any more friends die. So
I'll keep people safe.
I appreciate that.
Does anyone know the queen, what she's like?
Apparently mute. According to Rex, there's like a servant that speaks for her.
Yeah, I don't know. She communicates via hand gestures. It's weird. I don't know. I never got to meet her myself. Only from a distance. She was waving. It's more like if she doesn't like something, she swipes left. If she likes something, she swipes right. And if she really likes something, she swipes up with her hand.
I was gonna say.
Apparently, she considered it a very efficient way of judging other people, and the conversation.
I would have ran to Vanguard or Crystal Thorn to teach them sign language, but never mind.
Well,
yeah,
I mean, I guess you would be pretty good at showing them.
Might not be a good idea. I mean, she is quite. I mean, she's kind of a celebrity. Perhaps they have. Never mind. I don't know. I saw her only from a distance. But perhaps they have Perhaps they have paintings and like pillows of them or something. Who knows?
So you guys training over here at the same time we were?
What was that all about?
We were discussing tactics and getting information, but not getting information.
He has funny reactions.
I don't think Vaughn or Willow don't know what they're talking about the city.
Is the queen pretty?
Very interesting. We had our fun training session.
I'm not really sure. I never got to speak with her because I was in Ignis, and most of the people that deal with the Queen are Crystal Thorn and Vanguard due to being bodyguards usually. So they might be asked to escort her somewhere because she wants to hire better guards every few years. Or if you're good in dictatorship and other things, she'll hire people from Crystal
I don't think
Thorn.
training them in combat at the moment right
So
now
I was
would
in
be a
Ignis,
good
so I didn't
idea
get to really see
when
much.
they have to
I saw
talk
her
to
from
the
a
queen.
distance. So
It's a mix. We're still doing some of that training with Crystal Thorn coming up soon here.
ways, though, almost religiously.
But there's a lot of things that could go south, and I'd much prefer, if I had to choose between the two, that students don't get hurt or stabbed, or
And
we
how
rack
come
up
you've
that
been
body
doing
count,
that
as you mentioned
for your
earlier.
Training.
Exactly.
That being said, I have a lot of faith in
I see. So
several
you're carrying
of our
that
students,
around,
actually.
even
That,
though-
the negotiations and the conversations will go
Okay,
down well.
Why don't you carry around the shovels
What I'm
instead?
saying
in
is,
both
no
hands?
offense, just make
That's
sure
pretty
that
light wood, I
Vanguard
believe.
doesn't cause any outcry.
Or there's the iron pipes from.
My concern is I've spoken
no,
with
unless he hasn't
those
caught
that I
that
need
yet.
to. And the ones that I do need to speak to, I have
And
not
people
gotten
might
the
be
opportunity
threatened by
yet,
that,
so...
so maybe. Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. I do that sometimes.
Especially since she's the main, one of the big benefactors. Still couldn't find him. For this academy.
I could help you.
Yes,
Oh yeah, you can
exactly.
always do that. A lot of students get exercise equipment. I can't. I think I got some
Quite a few of
artifacts
those.
and other things like that with my.
Yeah, my father happens to be one of the
Really important
benefactors
room.
as well.
And also trophy cases.
Same with
for
Starks.
equipment because I like to collect weapons.
Oh.
But that's not necessarily
Because at
a
any
secret,
moment I
so...
might need what. Who knows what I'll need?
Well,
I might need a.
right now we
axe
just need to
at
get
some
that
point,
keystone.
I guess she was just looking
Or I'll
for
need
money.
my throwing rod. Who knows?
Sorry, say that again?
All you only have to do is get that keystone.
Right.
You're
That's
welcome.
mostly focused on you guys, though.
I'm sure it'll go just well. Just fine. What? Is anybody else hearing that? Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I was summoning my axe to compare it.
No, you're good.
Let's see here. Oh man, they're pretty much the same size.
Not
about
the
the
size of your weapon. It's how you use it.
True, but because you know, you never know.
That's what I was telling Mason the other
I
day.
mean, you can, but if no, I can just summon that if like, but
Maybe be careful with
I have
those.
two I can be bound to at any time, and I carry some on my back in case of an emergency.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
There
fine.
you go. Yeah, that should be.
I wouldn't worry about.
And you don't have to worry about.
I worry about Hannah's worried about you being
you know, losing
picked
it or
off.
anything. Just bring it right back.
Like I said, it may be a trading town, but we're looking for poachers, not
And that's why using this to throw is pretty.
artifact thieves or something.
Wizard knight, he can summon weapons.
Well, I guess I wouldn't
then I
really
just summon
consider
right
myself
back.
an artifact, but
Myself a long sword.
the last time I dealt with merchants,
My weapon
the only time I've ever dealt with them,
A longsword?
they were some of the first humans I met. They were the greedy kind.
Well, like I said, you're with. Asperia is one of the great benefactors of this academy. With this on, they'll know that you're part of this academy. Knowing that they are benefacting a academy to keep them safe, I'm pretty sure you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And if not, I will kindly remind them.
Thanks, Rook. That's actually a really good point. Something I hadn't thought of.
Maybe not to skirt.
Exactly.
They'll upset the academy if somebody does something, which is going to upset the city, which in turn will get them in huge trouble if they do something like that. So
Exactly.
maybe I won't have to worry so much.
You want to be very calm. I know that I can't be nervous, but I know others can. You should be calm.
I'm trying my best.
Like I said, we still need to pick out on who is going where. If you need to, you can always stick around with me. I'm most likely going to find the either go directly towards the fisherman, and then head over towards the tavern. Most likely.
Well, until my wrist fully heals and I get my other eye back.
It almost sounds like
I'm not gonna be much use in a fight.
Do you see yourself using
We're not fighting.
like these?
Well, I'm. Oh, that's what. Sorry.
I called them Zeffy before.
Maybe I will stick
You
with
gotta
you though.
remember. You gotta remember.
That could be a good
We're here for info, not to fight.
Hmm.
It's most
I know.
likely we won't get
All
the
that
fights. I think the
stuff
only
from
place we
Vaughn,
might get
though.
into a fight is
Shield and mace would be a good idea.
he is ill-equipped to give out information or a debriefing. I see.
Yeah, you can't use your blossoms to purchase.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of confusing that he was trying to give us instructions on how to do formations and stuff.
Teaching them as well.
I've never even dealt with the proper formation. I've only ever fought once, and it was by myself.
This would make more sense if it was an open setting like a field or a forest. But we're going into a city, a very populated city. Formations don't tend to work because people would be in the way.
Hmm.
But I do believe it would be a good idea to use your blossom to give
Well,
It's good to know where to put yourself behind. So, in your case, behind me.
My knowledge.
Hmm. Yeah.
I got wine racks
Well,
and trophy cases.
that is.
Back in the day.
Or Mason or Gavin.
Yes, anyone.
I thought Vargas had those for
Or
gold,
even
so
cover
maybe
one of the
there's those
healers.
around, but that might be awkward.
I'm pretty sure you know you're not
Use them.
suited, but at least two against one that might be coming at the healer.
Yeah.
Metal or coal or anything yet. So he hasn't got
In any case,
make weapons.
if things work out, I'll look forward to working with you.
at least a shield.
Of course.
Might not be a terrible idea.
Okay,
Give yourself a nice heavy one.
I'm okay.
Necessarily
Just
practical and built for
having large
actual use.
spider legs
Of course,
around me,
if you're
something I'm
carrying
not
around a shield, you're gonna want
entirely
it to be
used to.
something that's lighter, but also
Plus, it doesn't help thinking like Vanguard.
giving yourself a nice heavy plated shield. To carry
Yeah.
help you get
Thanks
used
for
to
the offer.
Speaking of
I don't
which,
really have many shields, or I'd
you didn't
opt for
see
one.
Melanie, did
They
you?
don't count as weapons, so I can't.
I
do
didn't get
No,
a
I did
chance to
not.
look over at
to it.
Vanguard's
Like
table,
those two.
but I haven't seen her yet today. Been waiting on a
Mhm.
chance to talk to
Under
her.
the ground right now.
It's warm and soft. I love soft.
Hopefully, they don't do anything outrageous. I would hate to lose a big
Yeah, it's
benefactor that might hinder the academy.
Same.
Than hindering us.
Soft things around
Hmm.
you.
He's really
Whatever they
serious.
do is gonna reflect on all of us.
For first missions.
Mm.
That being
But
said,
also,
I
we,
would say-
whatever we do, will also reflect on all of us as well.
Hmm.
Because they may be dealing with the politics. We're dealing with the people.
Exactly.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm not talking.
And if word gets out that someone in
To anybody about it?
any of the squads did something
Not yet.
out of
I'm working on it.
out of
Revised our combat
place,
No, come on.
Talking, not doing battle.
It's fine.
Yeah,
that's the kind of stuff that worries me as well. But
It's no one's being
Anything,
hurt.
I think Stark's the best.
yeah,
because
but still,
you've seen me talk to people.
impressions.
And his
Yes.
paper
Well, I do this kind of
fighting
stuff.
different types of targets.
You can probably give off a great
being adorable
first
is the best
impression.
thing
Especially if Venom is
You're
talking
pretty
to.
polite and
It's fortunate that the way
Well,
those specific training weapons are
you
designed,
know how to
so
present
projectiles
yourself.
move a
They're just
lot
for mana
slower and
expenditure.
And
yes,
so do you.
Getting hit by them is actually
You're very considerate of people around you.
feels more akin to getting hit
Thanks.
by a BB pellet. Doesn't exactly.
You make sure you put other people before you, which is a good trait. But also should be careful with that.
I mean, I know.
Yeah.
Just observe.
It just.
Yeah, it already got me hurt once.
Yes, you have.
I don't think that was
Yeah. But
anyone's fault,
still,
but
then
wrong place, wrong time.
I understand the necessity.
Indeed.
Uh,
But yeah,
I
you
actually
can
well,
get
at
something
the very
like that
least,
working.
got my hand back for the most part. It's all tingly still.
to be fair,
Good idea.
for
But hopefully that means it's almost
for
healed.
my collection, but
we
it
are-
wouldn't be permanent.
most of
She'd
us are
have to
pretty
get something for
soft-spoken
herself eventually.
of all of us.
That's true.
Not gonna lie.
Like, I have a pair of gauntlets, but the problem is I don't really use those because summoning a pair of gauntlets requires binding to both the gauntlets individually, so I've not really found much use for them, sadly.
you can say
lot
it in
of
a way that's, you
people-
know,
And they're quite heavy, made out of
calm-
metal.
instill
Oh.
Carrying them around
confidence.
is
I don't want to keep you for any longer.
Something like that.
I'm sure your squad
Perfectly
can
fine.
use
If you-
you.
Please.
Those who are
Ask the
soft-
headmaster.
Not really.
Perhaps he
That's a good idea.
bring them,
Mm.
but yeah, asked him for release weights and stuff.
Yeah,
If they did, they would ask.
no kidding.
But if you ever need anything to talk about anything more of, I'm not great. I'm good at learning and knowledge skills,
Oh, you're
but
welcome.
not people.
You're good at listening.
Oh.
It's well,
Okay.
it's a good idea.
Thank you. It's my job to listen.
So far, yes, I'm getting at
I'm
reaction.
learning.
Of course, it's a totally
Yeah.
different students and everything, and I don't have a squad, so I'm kind of just understanding where I gotta go from now.
Do you
It should be
enjoy
everyone's
learning?
job.
There.
I do.
Speaking as if it was what?
It's
I said you're tired.
But
that's what I like
yeah,
to hear about
it's
you.
good to help
it
each
brings
other
people in a
because,
new
one day
light when I
we'll
learn
be
new
on the battlefield
things.
together and,
I was using
you know,
rifles.
One time.
So it's like
something
meeting
I
them
can do
again
to
and
help
again.
you get stronger, then I see no reason to withhold that information.
I never really considered it that way, but
Work yourself even harder.
it makes sense.
Sorry?
My capacity for about 6 years.
Really good.
Well, does that not happen around
Like
you?
you.
You're definitely.
I'll keep that in mind. With,
You're definitely capable.
Well, today was quite nice.
You have so many things
The
to
announcement.
learn about
Everyone worked
yourself.
together because they know they're about to
And
go on a
people
mission
learn
together.
from you.
Sorry if I interrupted you, by the way.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Right.
Even though this may have happened,
Gotcha.
but people learn from that. And it's a refresher. So
Yeah.
put in a new light. Either it be made good or bad, depending on the situation.
Guess that's true. Yeah.
That might be a trouble at the beginning, of course, but do you remember the school's
Thanks.
motto?
I'm good.
The salute.
No problem.
Together we stand united as one.
See, normally
So
that's how I
even though
feel.
we're in
You know,
different
I've got
squads
the,
and have different
urge to
roles,
sit,
we
the need
one day
to
we'll
lie
fight
down
together.
and actually stretch a bit.
So
That
hopefully
would
everyone
really
can
that.
trust each other.
I finally got to exercise for the first
Well-
time in a long
I
time.
think we're working towards
Guess
that.
I'm
At least it felt
gonna go
like
walk
it.
around
Once
for a
mission
bit.
started, it'll be a lot
Maybe go look
different,
for Hannah.
because what's the word? You
Been
see
too
someone in
long.
danger and
Talk
you just
to her
jump
on
in.
what you
It's
wanna do.
kind of a reflex
I'll
almost.
most likely be
At
with,
least for me.
Long.
I'd hope other
I'll
people
try
have
to
that.
collect my squad around and let them know what I plan to do. Whether they like it or
Yeah, I
not.
wasn't there for
Yeah.
that. However, I
We'll
do remember
probably
they did
decide
when I went.
closer
Ceiling and
towards
Vanguard.
when we
A lot of
actually
people,
leave.
you know, afraid they were gonna
Given
die,
that
run into the woods
the
by
majority of my
themselves.
squad isn't even here.
Long. Vaughn's
Exactly.
Did anyone
We'll
cry
need to
in a
inform
corner
them
in
and
fetal
make sure that
position
they
the entire
understand
time?
what our goals
Yeah, it's
are.
got really long
And we can start planning with them.
I'm curious how the shifters feel.
Hannah and I should be able to handle that pretty well.
Well.
She's good at that kind of thing.
She could stretch really long. Sadly, you would think I would be able to be capable to talk to my squad and get them all on agreeable terms, but they're always disagree or agreeing at different points.
Yeah.
I'll be walking around.
Okay, Rook. It's nice talking with you.
Of course, always nice talking to you, Rook.
Actually, that looks like Hannah. Hi, Hannah.
Hey.
You look worried? I guess the talks concerning Vanguard and Crystal Thorn being the ones to represent us didn't go well.
Oh, that. No, I already talked to them. Stark's pretty much gonna take lead, which I trust him, to be honest. He's experienced in these kind of things. At least I'd hope so, considering who he is. But that should be fine. But that's not what bothers me. I'm just looking for someone who can't find them, so. That bothers me a bit. But it is what it is.
Who are you looking for?
Victor, I wanted to talk tactics.
Hmm.
Very well. We'll just go back to the training grounds.
Victor seems more talkative lately.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe Vivina's rubbing off on him.
Maybe. He wasn't over there, by the way. I'll be fine tomorrow, I'm sure. Let me take these bandages off. Wear an eye patch. I'm sure that'll look better. It'll look presentable, I guess? Catherine's okay. She was so tired. Oh, there's Victor. Hey, Victor. Hannah was looking for you. She was wanting to talk tactics with you.
She at the training grounds.
That's where she was last headed. If you hurry there, you might catch her.
Alright.
Something seems stupid about him, don't you think?
Huh, well, what do you mean?
I don't know. Just less gloomy, I guess.
Perhaps. I don't know, I didn't notice anything. But perhaps that's just me. I've kind of been off my game too, though, so...
Well, and you're always
perhaps,
around
yeah.
him. So... There's a chance you just didn't notice.
Maybe the adrenaline of, Spirit Week cheered him up ever so slightly.
Maybe? How have you been?
Good. Could be better, but good.
Nice. So,
What about you, Arbor? Healing up all fine?
My hand's still a bit numb, but otherwise, I can move my wrist and my fingers, so it's at least usable. I'm hoping that means it's almost fully healed.
Hey, Jasmine, have I ever tried to heal you?
Nobody has.
I mean, probably wouldn't work, but I don't know if you're down for experimentation and you're feeling a little... I don't know, I guess you could say adventurous today. I could give it a quick pump of healing, see what happens.
I wouldn't want to trouble you. Besides, like I said, I'm hoping this means it's almost fully healed.
Yeah, it's better if it heals on its own anyways. Strengthens the body.
Maybe? I don't really know how my body works that well.
True. At least for most humanoid bodies, tend to grow stronger.
Yeah, well, I
Natural
haven't really
human.
grown at all. At least, not. Speaking. Sorry.
Yeah, you doing okay there?
Well, no, it's hard to explain. Well, not that hard, but, like, it's weird to explain to people sometimes. Because you guys all have gotten older, and you guys are, like, really short when you're young, and you're like babies. I've seen babies once. Well, a couple of times, I guess.
I love babies.
Catherine's kids
So
were really
snuggly.
cute.
Yeah, aren't they? Most people don't like them because they're snotty noses and I don't know, them just being kids sometimes. But
It was
I
a
really
little
enjoy taking care of young ones.
confusing to see at first, admittedly, but once I got to spend some time around them, they were, I don't know, really cute.
Yeah.
I've actually got to see them grow up, so.
Wow.
Last time I saw Benjamin, he was about this tall. He'd really grown.
Wow. It's crazy.
Then how old he is again? 10, maybe? I don't know. It's hard to keep track sometimes. All the years go by and suddenly everybody's older. They've all grown up.
Yeah. Time, oh time, oh time. Ugh.
So, are you excited for this trip tomorrow? Our mission?
Yeah, definitely. I'll finally be able to really get into a scenario and, I don't know, I just understand my teammates a bit better. Not only that, we're finally getting out of this school, which, I don't know. What did I think about it? Nothing, it's just that I don't know, it feels like it's getting cramped here, even though this is the biggest place I've stayed at for this long.
A lot bigger than my home.
You haven't happened to see
Professor
Stark
Carver.
around anywhere, have you?
Stark, any inside right now?
I think so. He was with Fevena.
Got it.
This way, oh good, sir.
That's okay, never mind.
It seems people found out what the alarm was. It was something they call. Well, I couldn't check because it was in the girls' side and
Alarm?
people allowed to go there. But they said Terrell or something.
Oh, Terrell.
And all the boys ran in anyway, though. So.
Terrell's a perv too.
Oh, hi.
Is that a boy that goes here at this academy?
Okay.
I haven't met them yet, but I don't remember
Yeah?
them from the merit board.
I was just talking with
I
Specca.
saw them at the beach once.
Oh,
I
there
believe
you are.
Tyrell is Carly's boyfriend.
Oh. Okay, so it's not a teacher then. Okay. Oh, so their boyfriend visits the school? I guess the hot springs would be the only way they could hang out. That makes sense.
I don't know if it'll do us any good at kind of a.
I wonder if the teachers would yell at a boy for going in the girls' side, though, if they don't go to the academy. That's a good question. Oh well, not my problem, I guess.
If that were true, I'm sure almost all the boys here would drop out. Ugh.
Why would they drop out for that?
At least.
Why are people?
At least some. Shh. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Wait, why would they drop out? I'm confused.
You don't need to know. don't need to know.
All right.
Hey, Rex.
Hello.
I got the thumbs
Hey,
up. by the
Zachary.
way.
Thumbs up from Lila, you mean, or about?
Yeah.
Okay, but she needed them for weight training. I guess she had a different alternative. All right, then I will bring them with me tomorrow, perhaps. I obviously travel back and forth to the city.
Awesome. Cool.
I'm still collecting weapons, though, if you ever find anything interesting. Because my weapon binding, I can bind to any weapon, as long as it's considered a weapon. It's complicated.
I'm not really
it's been...
a weapon user, so anything I find.
Yeah, like if I attach
your
a
way.
spike to a shield, it gets considered a weapon. It's really weird. But if it's just a shield, even though you can bash something with a shield, it doesn't count as a weapon when I try a weapon ritual on it. So I'm not really sure, but... And gauntlets count as 2 weapons for each hand, so I would have to exhaust 2 ritual spells for it. Wouldn't want to have one fist and like
Sounds
an axe in the other
complicated.
hand. That'd be awkward. Yeah, it's really weird, but
Well,
it's best to have a ranged weapon as at least one binding. But
Have
did you say you're going to
seen
bed?
Melanie?
Nope, she's been asleep
I
today.
have not met them yet. I don't think.
Trust me, that's going to be an experience for you.
Oh, yeah. Did you say you're going to bed? I guess the sun's about to set.
As well as Hari, but she's kind of still learning her abilities.
Of course.
Most of us are doing practical sense, which can't be done that quickly, but
I get you. Well, in due time.
Oh boy.
I'm sure you guys will do great. Well balanced.
You know what? I'm just gonna stay on this side.
Well, to be
You can
fair,
always
we have.
scooch a bit closer if it makes it easier.
No, it's fine. I think I'd just rather not try to jump things when my depth perception is lacking.
Yeah. Understandable.
I mean, I could always lay down and act as a bridge, like crossing a puddle.
Yeah, but then she just
Actually-
balance on your back.
Wait, yeah, and I mean, she looks pretty light, so I should be able to do it if you wanted.
I mean,
Wouldn't say that.
yeah.
Considering what you're made of. She's
Not.
actually a lot denser than you'd imagine.
Oh, that's not a very polite thing to say about a lady, but okay. At least for a man to say so.
True.
It's okay. You don't have to listen to her. You feel, you know.
No, she's right.
She looks lovely.
What was the value? The density of spinel is incredibly high, at least compared to most normal materials.
What do you mean, spinel? Like
It's
the gem?
Yeah, it's a gemstone.
What's that have to do with how much you weigh?
Arbor, right. You haven't exactly introduced yourself.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm Arbor. Arbor Soleil.
Oh, nice to meet you, Arbor. I'm Reximus Evershine.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
To explain what she was talking about, I'm actually made of stone.
Gemstone.
Oh, interesting. So you're a sentient rock. Are you... what do they call it? Are they Warforged? No. Are you similar to a construct then? I'm able to talk to you even more than I can. Yeah, there's so many different races.
You
Who
mean
knows
like, Rook?
Yeah, Rook's a construct, but I've never had a full conversation with one before. It's almost like he has his own will. It's quite confusing, but he seems to be just programmed to ask a lot of questions, so perhaps... And also programmed to divvy out information based on criteria, so it's almost like it's a fox will of his own currently, from what I've seen.
I, don't really understand most of that, but, yeah, I guess. In any case, I don't think I'm quite like Rock.
Alright. I'm gonna make a round.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you have a lot more conversation ability to an you can go a different way.
Yeah.
What?
Thank you.
Also, what's that on your waist, if I may ask?
Sword.
That's a really thin handle to be a sword.
It's supposed to be a thin blade. Light and quick.
I've never seen one quite that thin unless it's a fencing blade. Is it for poking or slashing?
A little bit of both. More poking, I think.
Okay,
It's a
so
single-sided
what kind of
blade.
stance do you use? Okay. So it has sides. It's not just a sharp tip.
Good to see you, Bob.
Interesting.
Yeah, just one.
Sorry, I'm a bit of a weapon aholic, I should say. I just love collecting weapons because who knows when a mission requires a certain type. If you're fighting things that need a blunt object, it's best for me to do a ritual to bring that with me, or based on whatever we're doing. Information's quite valuable because of that. But, so what sort of
Well, it depends on the
creatures
situation.
is that good against?
Well, a couple, at least the ones that we've studied. Anything that can be killed easily with slashing. Twig blights, stuff like that.
So it's slashing despite being so thin. That's interesting.
Like I said, quick and light. It's not supposed to be a big heavyweight weapon.
But how come it's able to take a strike without bending or anything? I mean, I know fencing is made for bending because it's for piercing, but the problem is you can't slash with it.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not really looking to stop someone's sword strikes, just redirect them. If somebody comes down at me, I want to direct it away, and then attack back.
I see. So you're more your techniques are more parry.
Exactly.
What do you do with your offhand, or do cast magic, or?
I casted magic once, but it wasn't offensive.
Oh, so was it illusionary? Because my particular focus is in adjuration and evocation.
No, it was healing magic, but I don't really know much about it. I'd never cast magic before, and I didn't know much about it either.
Well, I think you've come to the right place. I'm sure you can learn something here.
One of the reasons
you're the
why I
magic
came
teacher,
here.
correct? How's that been? How's teaching students different spells been going, or have you not gotten into that yet?
Still getting into it.
I see.
I've also been focusing a lot on physical exercise and team building exercises.
Yeah.
We still have to find ways to exercise the students in each of their individual fields of magic.
Yeah, I do know that it's best that the students do seek out knowledge in certain aspects themselves, because everyone has their own little niche, and a teacher can't teach us everything. So if you have anything that you're good at, perhaps seek that knowledge.
I've been trying to.
Or if you even meet another student that knows magic. I sadly don't know anything of the healing variety.
Yeah.
I believe it's in the school of necromancy, so. But, of course.
And evocation.
And what healing spells are in evocation that tickle your fancy, if I may ask?
Well, that's the thing. We haven't really studied much yet. I've tried to learn more, but my attempt kind of ended up with me exhausted and unable to move.
I see.
So the professors told me to be patient for now.
I haven't focused on any projectiles, but I haven't really dabbled into any possible healing spells, or else I'd probably try to help you out. I only really know things that can bolster my defenses and crowd control currently, such as Thunderclap.
Yeah. Like I said, I haven't really studied magic too much. You asked what you would do with your other hand, though. I've not really tried it yet, because I never had access to another shorter blade, but there's another stance that some people use, where they use sword in one hand and a shorter blade, like a dagger or a short sword, in the other hand.
Yes, like a parry dagger for parrying, and then you follow up. Similar to the training exercise Carver had us do today. A good one, too.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, I don't really have a second weapon right now, so I've just focused on two-handed things.
I understand, because I sort of have a parry weapon of my own currently bound to me, so.
Oh.
This would be, sorry, it might be a little bit startling, but yeah, so this I would be able to use to parry, but it's also good for throwing. It's a throwing rod, I would call it, but you could parry and then I would be able to follow up with
Looks like a mini spear.
my axe.
Nice.
But I can only summon them if I'm in this plane, sadly.
Oh,
That's why I
that
carry
stuff.
weapons on my back as well in case of emergency. But it's not very often you just find yourself in another plane, thankfully.
Yeah.
What do you mean by a different plane?
Well, there's other planes like the Feywilds, the Shadowfell. The Underdark doesn't count as another plane. Then there's the Astral Plane, and then there's let's see. Those are the main ones that I can think of off the top of my head that matter.
Those are some of the ones I've heard about.
From Vaughn, there's also Hellscape, and that's a plane of its own as well. I guess demons are from Hell, which you can consider its own plane, but. But it's always good to know what you're good at. So. Sorry, what was that?
Well, here's to not having to go to another plane, at least not yet.
Oh, so no one's been punished by the headmaster yet?
Oh, yeah.
Punishments have been given out, but I mean nothing.
Oh, so but he's not sent anyone in the Feywilds to fend for themselves yet. So I guess things haven't been too bad. Well, yes, he has a portal to the Feywilds in his office, actually. He's had many students go through there. But he also enjoyed sending people to his labyrinth. He just generates mazes and then sends a student there, and they're not allowed back at the academy until they dissolve it, and then dispels the spell and they come back. I think it's called a demi-plane. It only exists for a small period of time. It's not permanent.
Sounds like you've learned from experience. You a troublemaker or something, or?
Oh, no. If anything, I would be much the opposite. For example, up at the hot spring, pretty much all the students ran into the girls' side except for me. And I went to go get a teacher as you're supposed to.
God.
Well, I went to get the teacher to deal with the situation, not tattling. But I went to get them, so if there was something over there to deal with, they would be dealing with it. Obviously, if I heard screams, I would rush in and just deal with the consequences of being punished, but I'm sure that teachers would overlook that if it meant someone's life.
No, you certainly did what you needed to do, so good on ya.
Yeah, I don't think we've had
But you seem
anybody
quite relaxed.
get sent to a labyrinth or anything like that.
Well, he did some a maze test, right? The one exercise to practice commands.
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, that's one of the first ones. He loves that one.
Other than
Whether
that,
he does it again, though, I'm not sure.
Mazes.
Okay, that's good then.
I mean, the last time we did a maze, we did that exercise as an entire group down at the stadium. So,
to my understanding, he basically repurposed a spell that's in combat. It's good for, remember how I mentioned crowd control? Well, if you're fighting, let's say, a group of 7 and you're a group of 6, banishing someone to a maze and they can't return until they solve the maze would be quite useful. But of course, it's quite a high-level ability. I couldn't dream of casting that right now. But maybe one day if I'm really lucky. But it's in conjuration, so that's not within my realm of study, so...
Yeah.
And humans only live so long, so I probably can't dream of that. But that's where everyone else fills in the gaps.
Yeah, like one lovely puzzle.
And then, so for you, how long... I've never met anyone from your kind. How long does your kind live, if I may ask?
I've
never
not
heard of them
actually
in a book or
met
anything.
any others, so I don't know how long I'll live.
Well, sometimes that's sad to think of, but maybe good at the same time, because that way you can just live every day like it's the only day, perhaps, and you can enjoy life better that way.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it.
Well, as other types might be more interested in, they're always concerned with that inevitable doom and that doomsday.
Yeah.
But because they worry so much about what lies ahead, they forget to enjoy what's in the present. So they never truly lived, perhaps.
I got a long enough life. I'm sure I'll get to it.
Yeah, I was about to ask. I'm sure you guys experience life totally different.
Yeah, I mean, we live longer, but we sure as hell mature longer. That's damn well I know.
Yeah, like if I were to ask, how old are you?
Little over 100.
See, I'm 25 myself, but we're both going to school at the same time of our lives. Whereas, if your maturation speed is identical, humans technically we burn our lives out quicker, but.
Oh, well, they always know how to tinker with a few things. I mean, hell, we have one student.
Because 100's almost the maximum, and after that, well, by the time you're even 75 as a human, you've already passed your prime, and it's just kind of counting the days at that point and doing the best you can to enjoy what's left.
I think I've lived a whole human life. I still think.
And then some at this point.
Know what I'm doing.
That's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, well. I wish I could say I've matured less than my sister, but, you know, she's... I don't know.
I've yet to meet her.
She's... Well, I'll just say is that good luck. And, you know, deep down inside, she does have feelings that are valid. And she's very passionate, let's say.
I see.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've known her all
Well, being passionate is not always a bad thing. If she could funnels it towards a goal that's positive, she could learn something quite powerful, probably.
Well, here's to hoping that she's able to do it.
Have you decided what you're going to focus all of your 4 years here on, or still considering?
I was hoping I could get more combat training. Maybe get better at illusionary magic, alteration.
I see, so you're in that... I understand. I did notice you turn invisible a couple times, so that makes sense.
Oh, really? Oh.
And you said healing, which would be a subclass of necromancy. Or at least maybe some evocation, which I do know there's a lot of buffs and other things, but...
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to learning other things, but that's kind of my focus. It's the reason I came here.
Right.
And if you don't want to devil into anything related to necromancy, the only other way really would be runes. If you wanted to learn runes, you could avoid having to actually devil into the school itself. But...
Yeah. We've only learned so much, so it's kind of difficult.
I mean, hey, it's only our first.
Yeah, the best way I would describe the academy is they don't, they teach you how to learn. They don't teach you how to do. That makes sense. Because if you teach you only how to do, then you don't end up learning how to evolve past the final days here. If that makes sense.
It's more
I'll
so
keep that in mind.
learning on your feet, adapting, rather than, you know.
Like the Evershines had me having tutors since early as I can remember. For example, what do you know? What have you learned at the academy that you didn't know before you came here?
Learning or just being around people?
Well, I'm just asking, like, what if you were to fight the version of you from day one? What would be different?
I'd probably act cooler under pressure. Do not blow up so much.
So more personality changes so far, not exactly like skills or abilities per se.
Gotten the visibility thing a little bit more down, and the whole being in my room has really helped with acrobatic help.
So basically, you'd have an invisible off. He'd appear first, and then you'd win. So that's good. But that's not something. That's just something that the school's enabled you to get better at. It's not something that they've taught in a way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And how about you, Arbor? If you were to fight the version of you, which obviously not everyone would be fighting themselves, but from your mentioning healing and parrying, you don't seem to be the type that would fight anyone unless needing to defend yourself. But how about yourself?
But you said it first.
I mean, I feel like I'd be more confident when speaking with people. I spent a majority of my life kind of alone, so working with people and just knowing what's out there.
So similar to, sorry, I never got your name, but similar to him here, you it's more of a personality increase and difference instead of a skill. Okay.
Or just
I
in
was
general
understanding
knowledge.
Where people are at currently.
I mean, until I came here, I didn't even know elves existed.
Oh wow. Have you lived under a rock or something? Because you seem to be like at least in your 20s.
That's actually accurate.
I mean, she is quite literally a rock, so.
I didn't live under a rock, but something similar, you could say, I guess.
I mean, didn't you live under a canopy or something? Like, secluded from
Or in the
normal?
Underdark or something.
Okay, maybe. Possibly, maybe,
I mean,
yeah.
to be fair,
Yes.
you didn't know a lot of stuff when you got here.
Yeah, we were basically. I was.
Questions. I remember if I had to answer them. And you got embarrassed when you didn't get the answers.
Honestly, the only people I'd ever met coming here were, well, before coming here were humans. I didn't know anything about any of the
Yeah,
other
we're a
races.
dime a dozen. Concordia over the mountains, chock full of them. It's the majority.
I've known humans
to
for a
catch
long
you up to speed on context, if you're, but I'm sure you've picked it up by now. Basically, we were discussing what everyone's learned since they came here, and I was curious, because I mentioned that the biggest thing to take from this school is it's teaching you how to learn, not how to do, to an extent. Because once the academy, you're done here, if you can't learn things after that yourself, then you're never going to get stronger or better. So you would be stagnant after graduating. If the only thing you expect to learn here is, oh, I want to learn a fireball. Okay, then what? And then you learn the next thing. And then the next thing. But then once you leave, how are you going to learn after that if you only were told instead of learning? Wait, what?
That reminds me.
Got another book to read?
Alchemy. No, alchemy. Excuse me.
Oh.
I have an alchemy station waiting for me.
Oh, I see. Well, then she mentioned drawing this morning. She drew the pictures of the wanted poster that was ripped down. So I guess she's that type.
She writes everything down.
I'm gonna probably head down to flatter ground because standing on the slant has really hurt my ankles a little bit, just standing in a weird way. So let's see here.
I guess, whoa.
Quite a jumpy one.
Get in there. Anyway, I should see where the rest of my squad is.
Though it is already, the sun's already set, so who knows how many are still awake, but true. I would check where the rest of mine are, but I have no one. But apparently the headmaster's acting as, what's it, the general squad teacher currently, but I'm the only one, so oh well. But I'm just here to fill in, apparently, for now.
Well, I guess you two will get pretty close to each other. We're in all your.
Well, I did
all
have
your
a conversation
attention.
with him this morning about things. He asked me how everything was going so far. I did have some concerns, but apparently they were already addressed before I mentioned them. So.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, I'm glad we got sorted out then.
Hmm. Well, at least I don't know. He said they might be. Only time will tell.
Why is that? It might be.
Well, not everyone. Well, what's the word? Not everyone can just follow that type of order that easily.
What was the order again?
It was regarding the students and teachers and how they relate to each other.
I don't follow.
Yeah, basically it was a reminder. It was a reminder to remember what your purpose here as a teacher is, versus a student. But I'll leave it at that.
We're here to learn.
True.
Wouldn't want any teachers dilly-dallying
Well,
on us.
And well,
I mean,
hopefully we
trying
learn to
look
all
for
get along. True. Are there certain teachers that you wouldn't approach for some reason? Because every time there's a problem, it's best to probably just approach them and figure out the best solution quickly.
I mean, I can name one or two.
There was,
I mean,
what
that
was
you
it,
wouldn't approach
Professor
or that you
Connors? Well, I guess he got fired, so.
Yeah, he was my teacher back then in Ignis, but he's not here anymore apparently. So at least I don't have to worry about being burnt. But they're still being shot at, I guess. But oh well. Does Carver shoot people, or what does he do?
You know, a tearing down of your very fiber of your being with words.
Oh,
He's pretty good at that.
Oh, well, that type, you usually just remember, after they're done, you just remember that they probably suck their thumb when they fall asleep or something, so. And then you can
Seems
get
a little
through
bit
it
of a
just fine.
softie underneath the hard armor. It's
Well,
hard
that's
to
I mean,
guess
it's almost how it works. Well, because what's the word? The more you tear down other people, it's to build yourself back up. But in the end, you never actually built yourself up. You just tried to tear someone else down to your level. So it just comes down to that maybe the type of person behind the yelling. So that's probably the best way of learning to deal with those types, at least from my experience.
No, you're right. Maybe you're not so bad after all.
Wait, did you think I was bad or something?
Oh, don't worry about it.
All right. I will not worry about it, because one day we'll be fighting together somehow, in some way, and we'll have to watch each other's back.
Don't worry. I mean, I was with my sister for like basically all of her life, and she turned out okay, kinda.
That doesn't bode very well, but oh well, perhaps.
Yeah, I guess.
But she
you could
might
say
also
that.
be the type that after they're done yelling at you for like 5 minutes, then you just say like 2 words in their ear and they fall apart 5 minutes later when they're in private time. So
It's like they'll like literally just say their entire Encyclopedia Britannica of emotions towards you to break you down, and then all you gotta do is stand, cross your arms, just go. You done?
I think that would just make her angrier.
But
No,
that puts you on the high ground, because they tear them and it's the opposite of the situation I explained. Well, at least most of the time, because they'll keep yelling to try to tear you down, but because you stand your ground, they actually just keep they whittle themselves down instead.
Or they just say worse and worse stuff that make them look like a worse person.
Yeah, they dig a hole basically.
I don't think she
Yeah.
cares about being a bad person.
She must have been doing a lot of things, huh?
A lot of things might be an understatement, considering what she's been doing since she's gotten here.
Yeah.
I would ask what, but I'm sure I'll find out somehow.
There tends to be loose
She
slips on
has
this
a
campus.
penchant for
You'll find out eventually.
pyromancy.
Pyromancy, I see. So, what
I
else
guess you
can
could
she
say
do?
it's a hothead, literally and figuratively.
I see.
She
That's
has a
accurate.
Fire affinity.
Hmm.
I mean, that's what kind of stone she grabbed when she did that. She definitely grabbed the dark stone, and then she also grabbed the fire elemental one, I believe.
Yeah.
So
That was the
anything
first one
under
she
that
went for.
whole- Right. Well, anything under that whole entire scope encapsulates what her abilities
I
are.
see. I'm more of the lightning and water variety myself. So I'm sure
They
she
kinda
won't
go
like me
pretty
very well.
together.
I
Well,
just
having the
douse her
water being
flames
highly
and then
conduct-
electrocute her. There we go.
Considering how she dealt with certain stuff in the past.
And
with
what
getting
kind of
her,
stuff did she deal with?
Well, for one, she had a fight with one of the students, and she didn't come in prepared per se. So she had a
Overconfidence then. And when you say
Yeah, well,
fight, did
that's-
she actually just fight like on campus? You're not supposed to do that.
Oh,
I'm
no,
assuming
no,
she was
not-
punished.
Not a. It was a scheduled duel.
Oh, I see. True. Yeah, there's the type that will prepare because well, it's the information thing. Like Rook was asking me so much about the mission tomorrow that was quite interesting. While others just don't care, which is not good. That's how people die.
Aw.
Hello there.
Yes.
Hey, Becca.
All right, yeah. Would you lie to me?
What?
What?
No.
Would you lie to me?
Why would I?
Would you lie to me?
I have no reason to lie to you so far.
Would you all swear it on your lives?
Not exactly.
Maybe not in the area right next to the portal. How about that?
Now, what about you, Arbor? Bet your life you wouldn't lie to me.
No.
Okay, I see now. See? I'm not crazy.
You see what?
Why would you? What? Did something happen?
I know the whole conspiracy. Okay, I know what's going on.
Oh, you're talking about that one. Okay, never mind. I
I
understand now.
know.
What?
Conspiracy.
What's she talking about?
Yeah, the one about her. Did you not hear about it?
I know.
Well, I'm glad that you know, but I don't know what's going on.
You don't.
I don't
haven't heard all
know.
about her already. That was the first thing everyone told me. I was pulled behind one of the dorms, and everyone talked about her.
Don't drag him into this. Don't make these two innocent bystanders. Don't do it. Don't turn the rest of the school on me.
God, it sounds like you killed
What?
someone.
Becca, are you alright?
You mean wait? But you guys have been here the whole time. How come you wouldn't know? I was told like the first 5 minutes here.
Try not to butt into other people's business.
What? No, I wouldn't. God.
Becca!
You're in a very, very delicate, so I'm not
Well,
nothing. I know the whole school.
that dog.
I know it. I'm not crazy.
Well, I wouldn't say against you.
Be against you.
Why would I be against you?
I actually agree with what you did, so I'm on your side. After I heard about it.
You know, the way
What
you're
she
acting makes me want to
did?
think that you're doing something very suspicious.
Wait, what?
No.
It would be rude to just tell you, so it's not my business. I'm not gonna gossip.
Thank you.
It's up to her to share it if she
you.
had to.
So thank you. All you need to know is you need to stay out of it, and if they try to drag you in too, please. You're the only people I get to trust left.
Who's they? Who's they?
Becca!
Everyone. Everyone else in this academy.
By the way, I actually have absolutely no idea. I just literally made all that up.
So you did lie to her.
I was hoping she would tell us.
What did she... I'm really
No,
concerned.
he doesn't know. He doesn't know he was egging her on.
I actually have no idea.
I got that.
All I know so far is she looks really good in a dress. That's all I know. And I was considering going that far, but she didn't. Well, I met her. That was how I met her.
Yeah.
And then Kari yelled nice titties, and I said yes. That's all I remember from the first day I met her. So wait, but if you guys have known her this whole time and you haven't known, then perhaps then she's fine. And then if I could run into her one-on-one, I could let her know that.
I don't know.
Because here's the thing.
Consider her a friend.
If I didn't say that was a lie, and let's say, for example, I actually do know, neither of you then started suddenly talking about it behind her back. Correct?
Wait,
so that
then
means
how
you
do
don't
we know
actually
that you're lying?
Teehee, I don't know.
It's not. It's not
Unless.
worth it to find out.
Oh, you
I don't know.
finally figured it out, huh? Oh, she got an idea. Exactly.
Well,
That's all you need.
Maybe you're both in on the joke.
I mean, a hunch is better than nothing.
Maybe you're both playing an elaborate
It's not
trick
a joke.
on both me and...
I don't think what she does is a joke.
Oh. I was hoping that was it.
Yeah, what if we both know, and you don't know?
Well, wait, are you on her side
then
or
why would you...
everyone else's side then?
No, I'm just messing around.
I don't know.
worry about it. You don't need to have illusionary magic to figure things out sometimes. Misdirection. For example, here, do you want to hold my axe? Here. It's kind of heavy, but here you go. There you go. All right, now swing it at me.
Why do you have to care? Why is it so heavy?
Now it's in my hands. It's not in your hands anymore, buddy. Exactly. It's misdirection. For example, if I were to challenge you with a fair fight, hand you a weapon, and I were to use another weapon of mine, right as you swing, I would summon the weapon to my hand and then strike, without you knowing. But if you had that information, you would know I could do that. Therefore, you would use your own weapons, correct?
Yeah, just plan ahead of time.
Exactly. So, hopefully, well, now we know that everyone knows something, at least according to her. So, if you're approached about it, well, now you know to broach the subject in a different way.
Got it?
Oh, well.
I don't got it.
Well, this is a lovely talk, and
My bad. Sorry about that. I try to, I kind of look too far into things sometimes. However, I did not see which portal she went in, but I'm gonna jump around and see if I can locate her. I'm curious, to be honest. I mean, if only I could turn invisible or something, and over here, I don't know. Let's see.
I mean,
Graveyard. People hanging out in the graveyard again? Ugh. don't like this. Anna got off too. Oh wait, she was studying with Professor Von Dunnen. Von Dammit? That can't be right. Professor Von. Wonder where everybody is. Guess nobody's over here. Huh. Hey.
I think I'm gonna pass out. If you want to talk to people, there's Bavina, Stark, and Shizu are over in the hot springs. They're talking about death and stuff, but
Death and...
Night.
I'll go with you.
Right and stuff. I'm heading to bed, so night.
It's not exactly stupid enough to go anywhere where Chips might set off more of those shriekers.
I guess that's true. He doesn't seem to be like that. Good night, everybody.
I think I'm gonna follow suit.